Super Stocks in third place tonight. Congratulations, Mackenzie Dietz. How were you able to hold off the one-armed bandit tonight?
I honestly have no idea because I hit the Uke tire middle of the race and it bent a lot of stuff. I don't know how I didn't break it and just had to hold on tight and steer and drive, and I don't know, but I'm glad I did.
All of the Super Stocks tonight have pink bumpers. What's the inspiration behind that?
Absolutely. So the October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and so we're all out here supporting breast cancer awareness and just cancer in general. We lost a lot of people this year and over the years to cancer, so we just wanted to give back, and this is for them.
And who do you want to shout out tonight?
I got to thank Ricky, Vern, Bobby, my family, the fans. We miss you so much. We wish you were here. This would be amazing if you were. Rep and Welding and Rail, BECU, Wellness Solutions, and Two Girls and a Leaf. Thank you so much.
Mackenzie Dietz comes home in third place tonight. Woo! Super Stocks in first place tonight. Congratulations, Eric Allison. How were you able to hold off all of those cars out there tonight?
Just a hope and a prayer. Earlier in the year with the Nationals, the 32 car wasn't quite that good, and I cut him a lot of slack that night, and I think he cut me a lot of slack tonight. So hats off to him. Congratulations on his championship. Just happy to get a win this year.
And who do you want to thank for getting you to the track tonight?
I want to thank, first off, my wife and daughter, my wife Judy, my daughter Grace, and thank GN Northwest Performance Auto Repair, and shout out for their sponsors, Exterior Wall Systems, and all the guys at BDZ Construction, Brandon, Colin, Tyler, Smoody, all those guys give me the time to do this. It was just great.
Eric Allison comes home first place tonight. Your 2020 points champion for Super Stocks. Congratulations, Steve Cox. What does it mean to you to win this championship?
Well, it's 5, so that's kind of nice. It's a pleasant surprise for me, because I don't have my own car anymore. Tommy's put me in his car. Tommy's helped so many people for so many years out here, and to bring his car a championship, a pleasure. So I really appreciate that, his hand and me wheeling it.
And a couple weeks ago, your son Dawson took home his own championship in the Stingers.
Yep.
Is it true that the family that races together stays together?
Well, that's remained to be seen, but yes, of course that's what it means. Racing together will do it, and anybody listening on TV, that is true. The family's got to stay together, eat dinner together, do all that stuff. It's all fun. Keep it strong.
And anything you want to say to the fans?
Yeah, I wish you were here, and I wish my mom was here. My mom missed every race because of this virus that we have going on here, and anyhow, it's because of this 6-race shootout, I call it. This old guy got a championship. So.
And who do you want to thank for that championship?
Tommy Gap. I want to thank Tommy Gap, my competitors, for being good racers this year and tough racers. So.
All right, your 2020 points championship. Congratulations, and here you go, champ. Pop that champagne, buddy.
And that's how you do it. And that's been done many a time. Congratulations, Steve. Very well done. And to all the competitors in our Monroe Grocery Outlet Superstock Figure 8. Okay, we're going to wrap up another championship here. A couple more to go before we wrap up our final edition. I want to remind you, if you want shirts like the ones that I have and Tom has, you can do that by getting on to evergreenspeedway.com. It's a fundraiser for Snohomish County Big Brothers and Big Sisters. $20, and that includes tax. Again, check it out on evergreenspeedway.com. Before we start, this is brought to you by IBEW Local 191 and NECA, the National Electrical Contractors Association. They're powering communities by keeping the lights on and your families safe. Thanks to IBEW Local 191 and NECA for supporting racing in the Northwest. Here's your lineup in the 22, sponsored by Quick Process Service. That's Ken Legault. Outside of Ken, in the 20 car, Jason Wilson. Lane Sunholm, good to see him back behind the wheel. He's in the 02. And Dylan Bewald, sponsored by Puget Sound Auto Repair, in the 29. We have an in-car camera, and thanks to Cole Reardon in the 4 car for providing us with that, and also in the 521 of Mike Jensen, sponsored by John Bender Racing.
In the 4th row, it's the Continental Refrigerator car of Colton Price. Outside of Colton, it's Mr. Perfect, Thomas Stanford in the 19 car. That's the Simon & Sons car. Thomas has won fast time every week, every heat race, every main event. He's done it all. In the fifth row, it's the 26 car of Jimmy Absher. He's sponsored by the Torset Group outside of Jimmy. In the 94, Brandon Brock in the Whitewall Brewery Special. The last row, it's Riley Daughtry in the 25 car. That's the Twisted Metal Off-Road and Repair. And running out the field is the one car of Jonah Vick.
And Jonah Vick has got an in-car camera in his car as well. But yeah, it has been the Thomas Stanford show. No matter where that guy has unloaded, that number 19 machine this year, he has gone all the way straight to the top, and you're seeing it happen right now.
I mean, he has been perfect here at Evergreen Speedway. He went to Madera, California, and won the old California Dream 100. He went to the Fall Classic at Yakima, kicked their butt over there too. So he has been just outstanding this year.
Yeah, and it's, you know, you don't like to see a domination like the thing that Stanford has done this year, but I can't fault the guy at all. He has just been so fast, so well prepared. Car is obviously well maintained. As he gets underneath and gets up into the lead and getting around the O2 of Lane Sunholm. But Thomas Stanford has just been, I think, probably maybe the country's, you know, best short track racer right now, I think.
Well, and he hasn't laid a tire, a fender on anybody that I've seen all year. He just does it. And, you know, if you look at his lap times, they are so consistent. That car is so well prepared. His crew has done such a great job for him. And you know, the people at Simon Sons, the towing company, they should be very proud of their relationship with Thomas.
They should, and congratulations to what he's accomplished. Obviously, he comes into this race as your 2020 champion, as we are inside the number one car, who's had a really good year this year, Jonah Vick, and been kind of proud to watch him make his way through. I think he's obviously done really well this year, as Thomas Stanford just tearing it up as we're working lap number 7.
Well, you know, right, and we're going to get some good in-car footage. We got Cole Reardon, Mike Jensen's got an in-car camera, Jimmy Absher and Jonah Vick all in-car. And that just kind of, it gives you a little bit more of a perspective of what drivers are going through, what they see, what they have to deal with when they're out on the racetrack.
It's a good way to kind of, if you decide you want to get into one of these cars, this is a good way to find out if it's something you think you can handle. As Jimmy Absher working all over the back end of Legault in the 22. Legault gets spun around.
No contact there. That was Legault all on his own. Kind of the car stepped out underneath him, and around he went.
Although, okay, we'll bring it back upstairs. One thing I wanted to do, I got a message from the driver, the number 521, Michael Jensen. And he sent me this message, and I apologize for being on my phone, but it's the only way I can do it. But he goes, he just wanted to see if he could get some shameless plugs in for his sponsors on championship night. And, man, if he's going to take the time to do it, I'm going to take the time to read it. So he is, again, brought to you by John Bender Racing, Roston Automotive, Joe's Racing Products, H2 Engineering, that's Roger Havoc. That's a guy we could spend 2 hours talking about right there. Reppin Welding and Rail, Image Auto Body, Oberg Filters, Smith Finishes, and Black and Bag Motors. And this is the cool thing, and this is what makes a guy like Mike Jensen the cool guy that he is. He goes, it's kind of a big list, but these are the people that support the sport. And I'll read this too. By the way, you and Tom have done an amazing job this year. I would like to thank the people in the grandstands and have them back next year along with TV. And thank you very much for that. And honor and a pleasure to do that for you, Mike. Keep up the good work. So let's get back to it. Here we are, lap number 11 again. Tom Stanford just running away with it. Lane Sunholm hanging in there tough in that second spot. Former champion, several-time champion in this division. In the 02 car, the 521 of Mike Jensen. Colvin Rice in the 97. That one is normally driven by Nat Barber. And his racers against child abuse, as we talk about him, off he goes on the 5/8. And looks like his night may be done in that number 97. Ken Legault and Jonah Vick rounding out the field. So they're pretty well spread out. 40 laps on the 3/8 here at championship night here at Evergreen Speedway.
Steve, you watch that, Stanford about a 3/4 of a second faster than the second place car of Lane Sunholm. And I know Sunholm's driving the wheels off it because Sunholm only knows one way.
Yep.
That's pedal down and go hard. But Stanford just, every time I look up, it's 6 to 7 tenths that's unheard of.
Yeah, and I know that if you go up to Tom and you say, hey, what's your secret? Of course he's not going to tell you, but you've watched a lot of these cars like I have over there. What do you think it is about that 19 that makes it so good?
Well, I think it starts in the shop. It's that preparation in the shop, and I'm going to guess that they have been tinkering on that car each and every week. They came out the first week and it was good, but they've made it better and better and better and better each and every week. And it's just, you fall into a zone, and your head is right, the car is right, your crew is right, and you just go out there and things come to you magically, and it's just kind of one of those magic seasons. And not to put the jinx on it, but he can come back next year with the same amount of preparation, the same amount of talent, and breaks just don't happen.
Yeah.
And it just turns into a nightmare year. But this team appears it's holy mackerel.
Boy, that 26 is just, man, Jimmy Absher is just on a wild ride.
We need some good,
cow.
Jimmy, we need some in-car footage of that, because, man, oh man, you're pellet. But like I said, it starts, I'm sure it starts in the shop, and they know they've got a good piece when they get here, but they just try probably something each and every week to make it better and better and better. They're not sitting on it. It doesn't sit on the trailer all week. It gets worked on probably pretty regularly.
And I think the thing that happens too is you see that number 1 car, Jonah Vick, that thing is just all over the place as well. But I think the one thing about Stanford and his team, and you're 1,000% correct on what you're saying. But there's always the people that are saying, well, there's got to be something illegal about it. You do not win the races that he has won and passed tech every flipping time. He's just, it's just been magical watching him this year.
And the best tech people are your competitors. Right. Because your competitors are constantly looking at your race car. You take a wheel off, they're looking underneath it. The hood comes up, they're looking in it. They'll saddle up to a tech official and say, hey, you might want to look at the carburetor on the car number XXYZ. And guess what? They'll do it because they saw something and they know something. It's not saying it doesn't happen, but it is difficult to cheat in racing because racers will rat each other out for a trophy.
Well, one thing that has happened while we've been flapping our gums here about Thomas Stanford is the virtual disappearance of the 02 car of Lane Sunholm. He must have had some mechanical issues on that machine and taking it into the back, but still up front it is Thomas Stanford, and not by a little, by a ton. His lap time 18:138 on lap number 24. We'll see what it is when he comes across to Mike Jensen's 19.129. I mean, this guy's just in a totally different solar system.
And Steve, one of the things that we have to say is, as we mentioned, Thomas is not doing it to just racers here at Evergreen Speedway.
Right.
He went down to Madera, California. There were cars from Idaho, from all over California that came to that event, and he laid a waxing on them down there. He goes to the Fall Classic where they had a bunch of race cars, a half-mile racetrack, and he was in a time zone of his there. So that's not reflecting poorly on anything that anybody else is doing at Evergreen Speedway.
No.
He's just been lights out the whole year.
Here we are on lap number 27 as we see Kim Legault and the 29 car, Dylan Ewald, who's been fun to watch this season as well. And they are having a spirited battle there as they're halfway down the backstretch here on lap number 27. Stanford coming up on some lap traffic with Mike Jensen in second spot, Cole Reardon in third. Cole Reardon with a phenomenal run this season in this race. Jimmy Absher hanging in there. That car, we were watching a few laps ago, just
look at that right front rotor. Did you see that rotor glowing?
Holy cow.
As it headed down into turn 1.
Ewald with very aggressive turns 1 and 2 as they
they're driving the wheels off these cars.
They're working hard.
Trying to keep up because Stanford out front, Jensen, Reardon, good run for him. Jimmy Absher, good to see him running in that spot right there. We're going to go in car with Jimmy right now.
Oh, hang on there, Jimmy. Look at Stanford. Man, oh man. Oh, we've got a spin with Absher. You can see it happening right there. We're going to take a break. We'll be back.